Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you guys have a wonderful day. We usually talk about anything and everything when it comes to
money.
If you guys new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment. That'll be muchly appreciated, guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about our financial goals to set when you're on your 20s.
Yep, we're in our 30s, so I think we can give you good recommendations.
So this is from our personal experience. If we were to do it all over again, let's say, yeah? So we're on our late 30s now, so 10 years beyond.
Yeah.
So this is based on if we were to go back and say to our young self.
Yeah.
So in your 20s, probably your starting point.
To work full time. That's your ambitious time to go shopping.
Your fundamentals. That's true. What is it? High income, high disposable income.
Yeah.
So usually that's, I guess, majority of product is being targeted for that particular group.
Young adults.
Yeah. The single.
Yes.
High disposable income.
No kids.
No kids.
Don't
no
have to support family.
Yeah.
Maybe still live with the parents. So you got a lot of money to spend. And social media heavily targeted on you.
Yeah. So
I think back then it was okay at our generation because we didn't have social media as much.
we don't
at
have
20s.
a lot. We still got a lot, but not as much as now.
Not as easily accessible like now.
Yeah, from our generation, we already had your Facebook, social media, phones, where it's targeted right there for you, specifically for you, actually.
Correct.
And because whatever feed that you've been getting,
it's something that you're interested or you've been scroll through before. That's why the social media platform understand your habit or your shopping habit.
Versus, let's say, our parents' generation, they only got a certain number outlet.
Magazines. That's how I used to do it.
Newspaper.
TV.
Radio.
Ad.
And a couple of billboards in there.
That's old-fashioned. Just don't talk about that.
Then whereas now I think artificial intelligence is going to get smarter and smarter. They're just hounding you down based on your specific niche product that you've been searching.
Yeah, I think it's getting tougher and tougher for younger generation. I think you just need to have a really self-discipline in regards to your money. How are you going to finance or control your shopping habit? So
if we were to do it again, the financial goal that you should set anyway on your 20s.
There are 5 tips. Our top 5 recommendation.
So not in any order by any means, but it might be like, I guess it's the 5 most important ones.
Yes.
So number 1 would be know where your money is going. So if you guys are working on, let's say, a full-time job and you kind of don't know where your money is going, I've been there where it's like, hey, it's payday, and then by like next Thursday, like let's say your payday is on Friday, payday, great, by Thursday or Wednesday is like, I don't know where money is going. I gotta wait until Friday for payday. I've been there.
I think it's like that. It's just the society targeted like that. When we get paid, we normally just spend a lot of money. But try to do budget, please. I don't think I've done budget in my 20s, but if I can do it again, I would definitely do it.
I start recording myself. I start recording like every dollar where it's going.
That's a bit too much.
Well, recording, okay, then maybe a bit too much. But for me, if I were to do it again, if I want to be really successful in my 30s, if you write it down where all your money is going, you kind of like have that thought in mind. And
you get used to it and how much you normally spend, and I shouldn't be spending this. I think I tried it before, but before we didn't have this app or system to help us. But now I think there are a lot more apps, or you use your credit card and you download an app and they tell you how much did you spend on food, how much did you spend on rent. You put all the information that you have spent on the app, then they will do the criteria or this data for you.
Some bank actually inbuilt that in the
the card account. or account.
So knowing every single dollar does help.
Correct.
Maybe like if you're not used to it, maybe on the round up, like the nearest $10 or the nearest $100 for the beginning side of that.
Yeah.
Create that mentality of a habit. It will help you along the way, and by doing that alone, you can say no, like a lot of time.
Yeah.
So we say a lot of no's. Well, I did anyway. I don't know about you. Like when you get invited and all that stuff.
Oh, well, I'll go. I normally, I used to, because I was those 20s, spend a lot.
Yeah.
I save some, but sometimes I got spare money and then I just go.
Yeah.
But it depends on how your expenses was a lot higher compared to me, I'll say.
True.
So you can't afford it.
That's it.
Yeah, you just can't afford it, then you can't afford it. You just have to tell your friends, I can't afford it, I can't come. But maybe next month when I have the money. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. Next one? I remember last time we were reading something, majority of the 20s, they have about $4,000 or $5,000 in debt or credit card because they spend so much. So the other second most important tip for you guys is to pay off the high interest debt first.
It doesn't matter if it's a personal loan, credit card, or
car loan.
Yeah, the personal. Majority of the time, like I know when I was in my 20s anyway, I bought a car on a personal finance.
Would that be higher, the interest rate?
I can't remember, but it's a big amount that I'm gonna pay back.
Yeah.
And personal experience. Well, actually, do you have any personal experience with personal finance?
No.
Or high interest credit?
What do you mean?
Like
I don't.
High interest credit card or something?
Oh, no, I don't.
No?
I credit card interest, I pay off each month.
Okay, so you're much better than me. So for me personally, paying off high interest debt in any way form, it frees you up to do other things. If you don't have any other payment, that money can go towards something else. My experience was, I bought a car on a personal finance. Bought it, I think it was like 5,000 or something. Very small amount for some, might be big for some people till this day, but it gets me point A to point B, but at the end of that term, I was paying about 6,000 something.
Because you pay high interest to the bank or your lender.
Meanwhile, my car, it's worth roughly about 2 by the time or if not 1 by the time I actually sold it, or I need an upgrade from it. So you lose both ends.
Yeah.
You depreciate in value and you're paying interest on a depreciating asset. So that wasn't really fun. From then on, I had never done, well, actually I had one more. That was a business one, but again, lose money on that when I sold it. You never win flipping a car, say.
Unless you can do like a renovation or a special car like camper van.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then you rent it out. You don't just sell it straight. I don't know. We're not niche in there, but at least you're adding value. But the main thing is when you pay off your loan, your debt, make sure you pay more than the minimum repayment, because then you can pay faster and pay less interest in long term. So
interest, when you're paying an interest, you're making the creditors or the lender obviously wealthier than you.
Correct.
Earning an interest is much better.
Yeah.
So the next one would be once you pay off all of this, like debt, if you have any debt, have an emergency fund. You started up maybe about 500 1 week wage, let's say.
Yeah.
$500 to $1,000, and then after that, build it up.
Yeah. Minimum requirement, like our recommendation is 3 months of your salary.
3 months of your salary or 3 months of your outgoing, whatever it is.
Your living expenditure. At least 3 months. If you can, in the long term, build up to 6 months.
Yeah.
If you have family or 20, some people will have family already. But if you have a bigger expenditure, then try to build it up to 6 months.
So, and that's just literally in case if anything happens. For example, you can lose your job. You might want to do something different, or you might want to go, I don't know, decided to go, hey, this whatever job that you've gone through
doesn't work out,
and you want to go to try a different avenue.
Or maybe touch wood accident,
Oh,
right? Go hospital, bills. What if you don't have insurance or government's not paying? You never know.
And then what else is there? Like for me, it would be a sea change. Maybe you change job and realizing, oh no, this is not the right job. Oh no, this is not the right job. That I did job hopping, let's say.
That is quite risky.
Yeah.
What if you couldn't find anything and you finish all your emergency fund?
You learn a lot from it. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and that's the reason I'm having emergency fund in case if anything happened. At least you've got something in backup while you're waiting.
Yeah, at least you're not as stressful.
Yeah.
Right. Next one is starting investing your money. We talk about these quite a lot because for us, we started in investing in micro investing. We used Raiz and Spaceship, and now we expanded to using concept pockets and also Vanguard.
Yeah.
Because we've been investing for 1.5 years and we see the compound interest effect. If you started when you first working
in your 20s,
let's say, in your 20s, oh my God, I just
in
$5 or $10 a week, please, just put money in some investment.
Yeah.
Your 30 self will thank you, and your 40 and 50 and 60. Just keep on doing it. You don't need a lot of money, but you need consistency.
Because time is your best friend.
Yes, you're still young.
Yeah, the compound interest effect on your dollar figure that you're investing on. So number one. Number two is the return on your investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say you're earning 5% or 10% in 1 year. Compound that. So every year, let's say you put $100 on that first year, you're gonna earn 10%. So that's $110.
Yeah.
And then next year you put another $100, and then put another 10% on top. So that's 200 and something, compounded over and over and over again. You'd be amazed like what the potential outcome of your money if you understand the compound interest.
I think there's a lot of people forgot about that. Like when we were at 20s, we did not do that. We were doing the risky get rich quick
scheme.
Yes, all those programs. But if we can do it again, definitely I'll put you don't need a lot.
No.
Just put a bit.
Yeah.
But just don't give up. Like I think I had this tendency, it works, and I take out the money and forgot about that. That was me.
But now we're on our 30s. If we were to rewind, definitely I would start investing as soon as possible.
Exactly.
So the last one will be take control of your retirement fund. Now I know it must be really boring. Like on my
20s, nah, not interested.
You would not think about that, but you will retire one day.
So I remember 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, someone talked about super,
self-managed super fund.
Not self. Well, that I heard that too, but because you need quite a decent amount to have that, so I'm not interested. But it's the contribution, your salary sacrifice.
Yep.
So I mentioned when I was in 20s, but I did not ask them what was that, or check on it. But if I knew it, I would have done it more than 10 years ago, or when I first started working full-time. Because it's just like investment, like your investment, and it compound effect. Yep. The earlier or the more money you put it in, the better the result.
And the less that you have to put in now. Like we're in our 30s now, and I looked at it, then if I were to do the same thing, I would have been only paying maybe $100 a week. $200 a week when I'm on my early 20s. Yeah. Now where we have to put down more than that. We have to put double or a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just to
catch up.
Even.
Catch up the time that we're losing, because we lose more than 10 years of compound interest. So let's say if we want to achieve the same goal, for example, $500,000, you put $50 a week. For us, we may have to put $100 a week.
So it can be double, or if not more, depending on the market volatility and everything else happening around the market. So whereas in your 20s, you can afford to get hit, as in market correction, let's say. But some people, let's say, older than us, they can't afford that. And having in your 20s, because you can afford to get hit, then you should
Just try it. Just high risk. That's why everyone's saying when you're younger, you should take some risk.
Yeah.
But also, maybe at your 20s, you keep changing your jobs. Just make sure you consolidate all your super money together because the fees are so high.
Each superannuation, like each
fund
or retirement fund charge you fees
separately.
And they're not going to tell you.
No.
They're not going to tell you, hey, I've changed job. No, you got to actually chase. It's your money. It's your responsibility to consolidate
them.
Yeah.
Correct.
So hopefully this gives you guys an understanding. I guess if you are watching this on your 20s or younger, who is thinking of taking their personal finance really seriously, coming from our own personal experience.
Hope that helps.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.